satisfy your meat tooth. For those times when you get a craving for something to really sink your teeth into, sink them into Slim Jim meat snacks, the chewy all-meat sticks that come in 6 mouth-watering flavours: mild, spicy, pizza, bacon, salami and pepperoni. One bite will have you absolutely howling with delight. A little less than a meal, a little more than a snack. Slim Jim. Be your favourite super friend and have a super Halloween. Hey kids, this is it. Here are the super costumes you've always wanted. Super colours, super fun, super safe, flame retardant, Batman, Superman, ISIS. Yours for only $3.69 each, plus 75 cents for post and hand. In 3 great sizes, small, medium and large. Or 4 fear-fraught masks to scare the gremlins. Goof, Hunchback, Creature, Mummy. All made of high quality. Put some fear on your face and fun in your life. Order soon. Halloween is right around the corner. Masks are only $3.19 each, plus 39 cents postage and handling. Ghosts, $2. NCG merchandise, Center Grove Road, ERT 10, Randolph, New Jersey 07801, attention Department H. Sure, why not? Send me the items checked below. Enclosed find, $. Includes postage and handling. Visit the superhero shop, Center Grove Road, ERT 10, Randolph, NJ 201 361 6827. Great new scene kits with Zapp Action. Walt Disney's Haunted Mansion. Copyright 1974 Walt Disney Productions. Welcome to the Walt Disney Haunted Mansion, the most famous of haunted mansions, featured at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Now you can create your own haunted mansion scenes in 1/12 scale. Build exciting and detailed models. Touch a lever and release Zapp Action. Your models perform funny and surprising movements never before seen in model kits. Touch lever, Zapp Action, organist begins to play. Double Zapp Action, the lid flies open and the mummy pops up. Play it again, Sam. A magnificent model scene with double Zapp Action. It's the famous Disney organist ready to fill the mansion with a haunting refrain. Zapp Action. His hands come down upon the keys and double Zapp Action, up pops the long lost mummy. Escape from the crypt. A spectacular scene in living detail. Here the helpful henchman tries to free his friend the gnome, who has crawled out of the crypt shackled to a ball and chain. But watch out, there's double Zapp Action here. One touch of the button and the henchman swings his shovel down upon the chain, only to spring loose the casket's scary contents. Grave Robber's Reward. This happy-go-lucky, unsuspecting fellow thinks he's discovered buried treasure just 6 feet down, but look out from behind. Up lifts the lid and Zapp Action. Out leaps the gruesome grabber, reaching out with cold, clammy hands. The Vampire's Midnight Madness. This vampire's name is Morris and he's afraid of the dark. The skull on the ground is just too much for him. Zapp Action. He swings his arms up in total fear and knocks the gargoyle off the tombstone, revealing that famous smiling face. An NPC product of Fun Dimensions, division of General Mills Fun Group Inc., Mount Clemens, Michigan 48043, NPC. Clomp, clomp. Ah, the sound of the footsteps of my next victim. Clomp, clomp. Bzzz. Clomp. Bzzz. Clomp, bzzz. Clomp, bzzz. Clomp. Haunted humor. We will now attempt to produce the spirit of Mr. Finster's dear departed wife, Fifi. Come in, Fifi. Are you there? Ooh. Yes, that's certainly a spirit, but how can I be positive it's my Fifi? Fifi, if it is truly you before us, please give 3 raps. Whap! That's my Fifi! Hi there, boos and ghouls. The names of the participants in the following episodes were not changed to protect the innocent. In fact, their names aren't even given. But never fear, just shake the bugs out of your little brains and you'll easily recognise this gang of oddballs as they romp through some more do's and don'ts for monsters. Do find a nice secluded castle to hide your coffin filled with home soil. Don't hide it in a place infested with termites. Frop, frap, frap. Do attack children innocently playing along the roadside. Rag. Don't attack kids who are looking for tails for their kites. Do make short work of any major city you decide to stomp out. Don't step on that city's sewage treatment plant. Yuck! You'll go bat for Gregory. Big bad vampire bat. Put your finger in his mouth and see what happens when you squeeze him. You can look at his see-through belly and watch the red liquid flow. See if your friends dare stick their fingers between his fangs. Wiggle his wings or shake him and watch them flap. He's big, he's fearsome, but best of all, he's fun. Gregory, big bad vampire bat, is 8 inches tall with a wingspan more than a foot wide. He's waiting for you at your participating toy store. Gregory, big bad vampire bat. Copyright Mattel Inc. 1980, all rights reserved. Quiet, kids. Don't you creeps know how to enjoy Halloween? It's the nicest night of the year. Have a haunting Halloween. Curl up with a chilling collection of our shock stories. Ghosts, on sale October 5th. Weird War Tales, on sale October 19th. On sale October 12th, The House of Mystery. On sale October 26th, Unexpected. Plus a Halloween special, the DC Superstars of Magic, the strangest sorcerers on Earth, from Abracadabra to Zatanna, the mistress of mysticism, and your chance to learn the secrets of Houdini. Master your very own magic tricks on All Hallows Eve. On sale October 28th. This is a tale of Mike Hamilton, an aspiring comic book artist who will find his destiny in an ancient volume of forgotten lore, one which will tie him eternally to Bud Duggan, the man who unknowingly blocks his goal, the lightning-quick artist the fans call the fastest drawer in the East. Curse Bud Duggan. That man's been drawing 6 books a month for the past 30 years. Doesn't he realise it's time for his fingers to get feeble? The editor will never give me a tryout. We can have that senile old fool draw all his strips. It's time namely new talent took over. Me. Better quit kidding myself. Bud Duggan will be around forever. My best bet to break into comics is to just keep my mind on my research. Crack. Huh? Cover ripped right off, and there's a yellow in parchment tucked into the spine. Mike wades through the near illegible scrawl on the crumbling papyrus found within the occult book's binding to discover a magic incantation which will bring death to one's enemies, with some hokey warning that its use could spell death to its caster if he's less than an adept. But what have I got to lose? I'll do anything to erase Bud Duggan from comics permanently. That night, Bud races against the deadline, the first he will ever fail to meet. Let's see, it's midnight. If I pencil and ink straight through till dawn, this book should be wrapped up by noon. Lord, what an ugly puss on this brute. Why am I going to buy a comic with this monster's mug on it? It's beyond me. If this horror craze doesn't end soon, I'll go crazy. No! This can't be happening! But it is, Bud Duggan. It is. Success! I've slain the king of comics, and at last, with their star artist dead, there's no way Power Publishing Company will be able to refuse me work. Next morning, during Mike's visit to Power Publishing, editor-publisher Hal Armstrong received an unsettling phone call. Murdered? But Bud can't be dead. He still hasn't finished this month's quota. Okay, I'll get back to you. What's happened to Bud, Hal? Bud got himself strangled to death, and that means I've got myself behind schedule. Wait, I know. Mike, how'd you like to draw the next issue of Mighty Man? Like? Why, I'd love it. You'd better, and I'm also going to do the Bud Duggan memorial page to run in next month's books. You should draw it, a tribute to a vet from a beginner. I think Bud would have wanted it that way. Mike Hamilton carries out his task, swathed in smug self-assurance. My plan worked. With Bud Duggan out of the way, the assignment should start rolling in. Pretty good. This is probably the best Duggan has ever looked. I believe I've captured his likeness perfectly, and now I've captured you. Duggan, but you're dead. Yes, but my soul could not go on to eternal rest without fulfilling your deepest wish. No, being dragged into my drawing. So, don't let it bother you, Mike. You always said you wanted to be in comics. Ha 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 ha! That's it, kiddies. You know how I hate long drawn-out endings. Invite your friends over for a haunting with this haunted house sound effects record. Just imagine how thrilled your friends will be when you flip out the light and they start hearing creepy sounds like the howl of a wolf, a creaking door, chains rattling, and then a man's voice telling them that the house is haunted. When they hear footsteps coming across the floor, the sound of people fighting, glass breaking, weird laughter, eerie shrieks and screams and other creepy sounds, they'll be sure that the house is haunted. This 7-inch, long-played, 33¼ RPM special haunted house sound effects record can be yours for only $1 plus 25 cents for postage and handling. Be the first in your neighborhood to get this record and invite your friends over for a haunting. Side 1, the haunting. Side 2, assorted creepy sounds to be played when the lights are out. This record creates the atmosphere of a real haunted house with weird sounds that can almost be seen. Don't delay. Use this rush coupon to order today. Satisfaction guaranteed or money back. Send just $1 plus 25 cents for postage and handling to The Gale House, Department DC 1, PO Box 512, Flushing, New York 11352. Please print name, street, city, state, zip. NY state residents, please include 6 cents in addition to the $1.25. Satisfy your meat tooth. For those times when you get a craving for something to really sink your teeth into, sink them into Slim Jim meat snacks, the chewy all-meat sticks that come in mild, spicy, pizza, bacon, pepperoni, and salami. Just about every possible flavour you could ever want, except of course, garlic. A little less than a meal, a little more than a snack. Slim Jim. A country doctor is generally more than a healer. In a backward area is usually a local practicing realist too, like Dr. Norman Potter, who believed only in what his eyes could see until he began to see and hear and smell the devil's plague. 1897 in South Sorghum, West Virginia, where even the local water is a health hazard. Who told you the devil made you sick, Charlie? Dysentery is caused by bugs, not by being bad. Just cure my son, Potter, and leave the teaching to me. If the boy's soul is pure, his body will be too. Boil your drinking water, Cosgrove, and don't worry so much about your boy's morals. Stay away from us, Doc. We don't need any more talk about bugs causing sickness and men being descended from monkeys. Not all men, Cosgrove. Darwin was wrong. Like you, for instance, are descended from Nelly, my horse. Lightning crackled throughout the valley as Doc hurried to beat the rain home. That fool, he thinks he can protect his beliefs through ignorance, doesn't even realize that man's intelligence is God's greatest gift, right, Nelly? Suddenly, knee! Crack! An hour later, it's the doctor, he's been hurt, but Nelly brought him straight home. Good girl. It was only a bump. In fact, Doc got a worse shaking from his housekeeper. Now will you listen to me, Norman Potter, and get yourself an assistant? I won up on you, Louise. Wrote to my alma mater months ago, and they're sending me a brand new doctor. He's never been used before. Ha ha ha. At the railroad depot, as he waited, "Hey, Doc, tell Willie here about them trichinosis." Trichinosis, tiny parasitic worm in pigs. It can kill you, but cook your pork to a turn, and it's okay. Shun the unnatural and fear nothing. Keep your heart pure and... You keep your heart pure, and I'll eat my pork well done, and we'll see who outlives who, Cosgrove. Hey boy, give this pretty gal a hand while I find my new assistant, Dr. C.L. Burke. I'm Dr. Carolyn L. Burke. Oh no, it can't be. A nurse, maybe, but it ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. I'm the third woman doctor to be graduated from Philadelphia Medical, and with honors, doctor. A woman doctor? It ain't natural. Unnatural, is it? Who doctored us before there were doctors? Mothers is who, and my mother was a woman. I don't know about yours, Cosgrove. Let's go, doctor. The following night... Lady, you ain't gonna stay for the cutting, is you? Stay? Well, this young woman is going to help me get that rotten appendix out of your little girl, Simon. And later, as dawn arrives, little Marcia will live, such a sweet girl. You're a good Caroline, a natural surgeon. I'm lucky, a loyal horse and a bang-up assistant. Not in that order, of course. But the following day brings the unspeakable. Simon! Rachel! Both of them shot to pieces! Some maniac with a shotgun! Did he get the child? Oh my lord! Morning, Sheriff. Mummy wouldn't get me breakfast, so I had to shoot her. Daddy was bad too. That afternoon. The arm's coming along fine, Jim. Next time, have more respect for your thresher. Sure will, Doc. This here's my pitching hand, and I sure needed around a pretty girl like that doctor. Another day, another spin of fate's wheel, and again it came up 00. I'm sorry, Bert. The baby was born dead. Margaret's fine, though. Later, as the two doctors conducted a secret burial, what was that thing she gave birth to, Doctor? Monstrosities happen, Caroline. Nobody knows how or why. It was better not to tell the parents about it. The next one will be fine, I'm sure. Then, as they resumed their route, plumb crazy, Doc. He tore open a sheep's throat, and when I found him, he was drinking the blood. Ah! Ah! But we treated Jim 2 days ago, and he was fine. It's following us, Caroline. Every place we go to mend the sick, these horrors. Why? What plague of madness is this? I'm just going to drop some belladonna for Sadie Cox. Be back in a minute. And hardly more than a minute later, Caroline? Now where the deuce did that woman go? Ay. The way she looked at me when I spoke about these horrors, could she be... Chanting sound from Sadie's barn. What the devil? Silently, Doc climbed to the hayrack following the sound. What are you doing, woman? Are you insane? Ay. It was you, wasn't it? Since the day you arrived, the horrors have been happening, and now I've caught you. No, stay away from me. Stop. Ay! Numbly, Doc carried the dead woman's body to the Surrey, where he discovered her diary, today's date. He must be the one. I will perform the rite to protect myself against his deviltry. But I thought it was her. There was nobody else with us when... And then a silent look, weighted by terror, passed between man and horse. Yeah! Then an not unfamiliar sight repeated itself. It's Nelly bringing the doctor home again. He must have fallen asleep the way he does. Such a smart horse. Yeah! Doc was buried with communal grief, and his tombstone was very strangely appropriate. Doc Norman Potter, born 1836, died 1897. Healer and friend to all. None will remember him more than his loyal horse, Nelly. Next time you're out on the racetrack, friends, look for a horse named Nelly. They say she runs like the devil. End.